I had to get out and make this video. I'm at one of the hotels that me and my children stayed in when I first came to Georgia. It's so crazy because I live not too far from here now. I'll never forget, I took care of my mom who had dementia, and honey, I could not keep up with everything. I had a hard time paying bills anyways because I was mischievous with my money. And so when I started taking care of my mom, it was just it was just crazy. And so I really had a hard time. And I was living in Florida at the time, and then I ended up having to move to Georgia because, like I said, I lost everything. I moved in with my sister. My sister and I did not get along. We always had this rivalry kind of thing about each other, to where we could not get along. And honey, she pissed me off and hurt my feelings so bad. I was ready to beat her ass, honey. And I never ever wanted to fight my sister. But that time, Chad, I was close to whooping her ass. And I remember grabbing up all my stuff. And I remember coming to this hotel. Didn't even have the money for the hotel. A couple of friends that I had at the time, they kind of put some money together, and I was able to stay here. It was $75 a night to stay here at this hotel. It was nasty as shit. Nasty place. But I was so grateful to just be able to get out of there. It's so crazy because at the time I had a Grand Cherokee. I want to say it was like a I don't even remember. It was an old Cherokee truck that one of my clients' daughters gave me because my van had broke down. Like, it was just so much going on in my life. And so every day now on my way home, I pass this hotel. I don't know if you can see the hotel that's over there, that one right there, but I stayed at that one as well. And then, let me see, where am I at? Okay, so right here is the KFC and Taco Bell. Me and my children ate Taco Bell like it wasn't nothing. It was so crazy how much Taco Bell we ate. So we stayed at that hotel. And the other hotel, the one I said is over there, it wasn't that good either. So we end up staying at this, where is it? This hotel back here, the Comfort Inn. Man, it was such a rough time. My truck was breaking down because it was so old, and I had like put miles on it that hadn't had miles on it for so long. So I get in this truck every day now, and I drive past with this truck on my way to the house. And man, I'm just so grateful not to be in those particular situations anymore. I didn't know how to trust God. I didn't know how to trust God. So I always had my hand out, hoping that somebody would help me. I would always have my hand out, like, can you please help me? Can you please help me? I felt like people had way more than me, or whatever the case may be. Okay, it's still going. I felt like people had more than me, and I was just struggling so bad. And so I had my hand out a lot, like asking for help, because I thought that was okay to do. But really what it boiled down to is that Spirit wanted me to trust. A lot of obstacles that we go through, we look for help, but it's like the help, we already have help. We have everything that we need on the inside of us. We have all the answers. We have everything. We just have to take time out to meditate. We have to take time out to fast so that we can cleanse our bodies to be able to hear. Sometimes we got to go through forgiveness, because a lot of times forgiveness does not allow you to be able to hear. And man, I'm just so grateful. I'm so grateful. Man, I remember just feeling so alone, and I drive past these places, and I go home to my husband who loves me. and who makes sure that we are both okay. You know, I make sure he's okay. He makes sure I'm okay. I make sure I'm okay. He makes sure he's okay, kind of thing, you know. And just being in that space, in this space now, it just makes me look back like, wow, like I had 3 teenage children in one room at the hotel, and we was just trying to make it work, y'all. It was 2 beds. So my son, which was a teenager, had to sleep with me. And I know that was rough for him. And we ended up being able to go to an Airbnb, and where the man allowed me to sign a 6-month lease. And I was able to get my children in school and everything. I was so disappointed in my sister, so very, very disappointed in my sister. And then it was like she slandered me by telling people that I messed up her house and everything. And I never, ever did that. I never did that. But, you know, a lot of the people that she told, some of them didn't know me. But some of them did know me, and they didn't like me, so they just accepted what she said anyways. But I was so disappointed in my sister because I just knew that I could, you know, get that help from her. But it's like we're always going to find some type of disappointment in people because we expect people to be God, and they're just not. You know what I'm saying? I mean, we all have God in us, but if we're not seeking to be that God at all times, then we find ourselves being the devil to somebody else. And so I was so disappointed in her. I was so disappointed in myself. I was angry that I took care of my mother. I was angry. I was pissed. I was angry. I was hurt. I was sad. I was depressed. And I had to find a way to pull myself out of that. And I did. I found a way. Like I said, I found an Airbnb to be able to go stay in. I found me a job at the Atlanta airport, and end up having an accident at Atlanta airport. That's a whole nother story. But I really had to pull myself out of homelessness in a state where I knew nobody but the sister that stabbed me in the back. That's literally how I felt. Like she stabbed me in my back. And she stabbed her nieces and nephews too. You know, that's literally how I felt. And I really had to get to a point of not just pulling myself out of homelessness, but pulling myself out of the deepest, darkest depression I had ever been in my life. Our mother had transitioned. Our family had fell apart. It seemed like everybody was, you know, so mad at me and felt like I didn't take care of my mom the way they would have took care of my mom, although they didn't help take care of my mom, kind of thing. It was like everything that I did was just so bad, you know. It was almost as if they felt that I deserved to be homeless. I deserved to go through the things that I went through. But at the end of the day, what it boils down to is I just didn't trust God. I didn't trust the God inside of me that I had the answers, you know. I didn't trust the God inside of me. I didn't know how to trust the God inside of me. As a matter of fact, I felt like God was outside of me. And so I was seeking the God outside of me. And I'm so grateful that I finally found the God inside of me. I'm glad that I finally know the truth about that, because man, it took a lot out of me to be able to pull myself out of that. But I did it, and I'm so proud of myself. I'm so very proud of myself. I've been through so much, and every time I pulled myself out, like I said, a lot of times I had my hand out, and I had my hand out to people who, you know, I really wish I just knew better then. I really wish I wouldn't have had my hand out, because a lot of those people that I had my hand out to, who I thought I could trust, we don't even talk anymore, you know? And so I just really wish I knew what I know now. But either way, it made me who I am today. It's made me a better me. It's made me love me way more. It's made me not have to have my hand out. Like, I make sure that I take care of things inwardly. And of course, like I said, I have a husband, so my husband is a assistant as well. But I make sure that I talk to the God inside of me, and that I get my guidance from not only the God inside of me, but I get my assistance from my ancestors, my spirit guides. And like I found out that my spirit guide is a saber-toothed tiger, and it's just like, it's so massive. Like, I'm just so grateful to be in that space and to know that I'm not alone, and that I have people that are helping me. Well, spirits and everything that are helping me, and I'm never alone. So I'm grateful to be in this space. And one day I'm going to bring something up here. I'm just going to wait for, somebody that looks like they're a single mom, and I'm just going to, bless her. Like, I'm going to come back up here and I'm going to bless somebody tremendously in all three of these places. I'm going to bless them and do, pay for some meals at Taco Bell and everything. 'Cause I'm just so grateful, you all. I'm just so, so grateful. All right. That's my story for the day. Good day to you.